I get it. But I mean, there's an area in Europe where so many people died. I'm not exactly sure what country it is. I know France has this enormous area that's the size of Paris. But France has an enormous area the size of Paris that no one can go into. Do you know that?
Mm-mm.
They have so many unexploded ordnance and so much chemical bombs and all the shit that they fucking dropped on them.
No
yeah.
shit.
Find that one spot. What is it called? There's an area that's literally the size of Paris that you can't go into. And it's all from the war. So apparently they found so many helmets that you could go there and like find them in the ground in certain these places during World War II. So they're not uncommon. So they take them and they can turn them into artwork.
Right. I wonder why they haven't like debombed it, demined it, like all that stuff.
I know, right? Like go in there and gather up all the swords and shit. Like how many people died there? They just left them there.
I would like to do that trip to Normandy. Like,
yeah,
I got some friends in Paris. Like, I'm not never like. It's getting bad. Like, years ago, I was like, I never wanted to be one of those people big around the world. It's not that I don't appreciate the fans. It's like, I don't give a fuck about being big in Croatia or fucking wherever,
Right. You want to be able to go hang out.
Played Europe and all this. And I was raising a kid, too, as a single father. So I split my time. You know what I mean? I was always home. Like, Thursday, maybe to Sunday. I was always home. But it's getting so bad. It was like years ago, I was like, I fucking love Canada. Love the fucking people there. But I'm like, I'm not going to go. I'm like, I'm not going to Europe. I said that years ago. I'm like, I'm fucking done. We have talked about doing a festival in Budapest, like for all the European fans. Some shit gets kicked around, but I'm like, nah, I love the fans. And I don't care. I'm like, I'm not going to fucking Canada. Love fucking Canada, but I'm not going. And now I'm to the point, I'm like, is there really a reason to go west of the Mississippi? Like, fucking huge in Kentucky, man. like big.
But you don't have to. You do whatever the fuck you want. You're Kid Rock. You can make those people come to you.
I try not to let that get to my head, actually.
But you don't have to. But you just decide, I don't like going there. Like, I don't hate anybody in Canada. I just don't go there anymore.
Dude, I went there with...
Here it is.
I went there with Wayne Gretzky and got detained.
I believe you. Why'd you get detained?
Just for, it's like, you had to do that rehabilitation thing because you got caught with weed when you were like 18 or whatever. Everyone in my band did. This is one of the reasons we stopped going there. They kept fucking with me every time I go flying private with fucking the king of Canada. Fucking detained me for 45 fucking minutes. I'm like, fuck this place, man. And I know it's not the people's fault. I look at Trudeau. He's a fucking classic piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit. When did this happen? How long ago?
This was with Chelios's Hall of Fame induction. So whatever year that was.
How many years ago?
7, 8. I'm terrible with the year game.
Yeah, they're rough on letting people in. So listen to this. In the years
maybe we
following,
ought to take a nod from them.
Yeah, they've got. They're not. They don't want people integrating into their culture, though. They're happy for people to be able to.
Their whole culture's integrated.
Yeah,
in Vancouver.
It is. It is. But what I'm saying is, like, they're having a problem with, like, Muslim people wanting to impart Sharia law in certain schools and
don't tell me about it. I was born in Dearborn, Michigan,
which is crazy, right?
Fuck.
One of the things that was hilarious was they elected this woman to be a Muslim who's a mayor of the city in Michigan, and everyone's like, "Yay, so inclusive!" First thing she did is ban the pride flag.
Yeah, exactly. They're throwing gay people off buildings. People are like free.
So
gay
crazy.
People are like free Palestine.
Have you ever seen that meme? Like gays for Palestine, then Palestine for gays.
Yes. Throwing people off buildings.
Jamie, can you pull that up so I could read it?
Oh, the thing I just had up?
Yeah. About the size of Paris. So in the years following the Great War, today around 100 kilometers square
miles.
Yeah, roughly the size of Paris, is still strictly prohibited by law from public entry and agriculture use because of an impossible amount of human remains and unexploded chemical munitions yet to be recovered from the battlefields of both wars. So there's an impossible amount of human remains out there, dude.
Wait, I'm looking at the top, and the website says messynessychick.com.
It's a solid website. It's totally trustworthy and reliable.
Messynessychick.com says...
Well, this is a lady that just whatever. Maybe it's a dude. I don't know who wrote it, but whoever this person were, they're just reporting on something that is true. This is
damn.
They pulled so much shit out of that area.
I kind of want to go there. Get like a metal detector.
I bet you'd find some shit. 100%.
We do some metal detecting.
But just imagine that expression: an impossible amount of human remains.
460 square miles.
Yeah.
Is Paris that fucking? That's few. No.
What is the total amount of square miles? Did you say, Jamie?
It said it originally covered that much space, and then it now was down to the size of Paris. There's a
I was gonna say, there's
now
no
it's down to the size
fucking
of
way
Paris.
Paris is
So
460
they
square miles.
slowly encroached in on the toxic area.
1,200 square kilometers, 460 square miles, now down to the size of Paris.
Wow.
You know
Originally
how big
covering.
460 square fucking miles is?
That's a lot.
It's fucking huge.
That's a giant piece of land.
It's a state.
Yeah.
Bigger than some states.
So there's a state you can't go into.
I want to go.
It's probably super scary. I mean, there's places in Vietnam where people would walk through the jungle and then boom, no leg. Because you just stepped on a landmine that had been left there for 50 years.
My uncle was in Vietnam. Not good. Not good.
That's one of the sketchiest wars. You want to be a conspiracy theorist, look into Vietnam. The Vietnam War is one of the most perplexing of all wars. Because today, no one thinks we should have gone. And yet, they do the exact same thing today that they did back then. The way they just decide that people from this country need to be flying overseas to go shoot at people they don't know. And it's all based on a lie, and no one ever goes to jail for that lie.
It's insane.
And everything evolves, man. Everything evolves. You know, like computers back then were terrible. Now they're really good. You know, if they were really terrible at the way they were corruptly running the world back then and made it real obvious, they're better at it now.
Yeah.